Welcome to the channel. If you are indeed the 80% of the people who have not uh, became a wolf by liking and subscribing, go ahead and smack that subscribe button right now. Today my buddy, we'll call him Silent HC. You can't see his name because I completely forgot to blurred it. And he gave me permission to tour his base really quickly. And if you're aware, this is a somewhat copy of my base. If you follow along in our tutorial, this is a with a couple different variants. And we'll start the tour with the first amp, which is just a little different than mine. Has a couple more structures. And also, this is the first time I'm doing this with an audience. My buddy is silently listening to me. Clip this for y'all quickly. And if you're aware, this amp right here is a very good structure for structures if you're having a structure problem. Now, that was the second one is quite different than mine with a little more damage because my buddy had a little more structures to have fun with apparently, and this is the different variant on this amp here. And as you see, the sound walls and stuff are in a different, yeah, like that. And this has a lot of damage on it. And and this amp I did not copy. So this amp right here is completely different than what you see in my tutorial, which I should have probably started with, because this is an awesome amount of structures also used on this amplifier here. And as you see, we are on wave 14 and there is minimal damage and only 4 uses left in this trap here, which is excellent for wave 15. What was that? So, no, I was just, admiring the traps because there's still a lot of durability on that one. There. And I'm pretty sure y'all can't hear my friend, but he's. Feel free to thank him in the comment section down below for giving us permission to tour his base. Especially this amp. If you change your amp to this modification, and the main modification that we that are highlighting today is the ceiling drop tire traps. Ceiling drop traps. And also, this is also a completely different build than what mine is on Devil. Devil, yeah, regardless of what his build is, it works a lot better than mine. Because if you're unaware, yeah, some of our builds don't work quite as good with the latest CC update that broke everything. Now, y'all really don't want to see Pit
sure what a
because it looks like a noob built this. And there's way too many structures on this. And I don't want to show this. What? Don't cry about it. What are you doing? Okay, here, I'm showing Pit. Yeah, show Pit. Alright, my buddy disagrees with the Uh, but yeah, it uses a, a couple amount of structures, and it still follows the same damage principle. Unlike my current pit, which is throws them off in the lava and detours them to an opposite side. See that? See, that's also why I wasn't going to like highlight it, because this is completely different than mine. So it's not even like a modification. This is just a completely new thing that they haven't seen. So yeah, this right here, believe it or not, works really well to just kill the enemies. Just this kind of setup, yes. But like with any amp, there may be, you know, a smasher or two that decides to smack a wall. And yeah, and the enemies, yeah, this is the way the enemies track. As you see, there's still plenty of uses left in the trap. So even if another wave does come through here, they're gonna end up dying. So yeah, are you happy? Is that a good pit highlight? Better than me trying to skip it? No, I was gonna just skip it. Yeah, Brit and yeah, and this bridge right here is also this is the way I built mine. I copied his build, which is also familiar, yeah. And it still works, yeah. And it's still just a straight. Yeah, it's just damage. This is the straight tunnel that we built in our tutorial for. Yeah. See, and there's still like a zillion damage right there, so no uses on that damage.
We have a break in the action.
And this is our hill that I currently
soon.
need to rebuild.
Prepare for an attack from the west.
That is, I currently have a different loadout for, or a different variant. That's what we're calling it. Yeah, well, like I don't know where that word came from. Yeah, definitely not some Disney show. Yeah, and I do plan to rebuild my hill eventually, so you may see in the future, if I haven't posted one already about hill rebuild, then this is a quick look at hill that I already have a run through of. And it's the same, just with the more damage with the drop ceilings. Trap tires. And this is our pit. And this is also the pit I copied from. I mean, lava. This is my lava. I'm in the wrong location. My bad. Oh yeah, this is the one tunnel. The one tunnel. Yeah, good thing my buddy's here to remind me that he changed this tunnel. And to tell me that I'm saying the wrong ant. Alright, thanks for that, HC. Yeah, y'all don't forget. So yeah, this was the modification. He turned it into like a one tunnel, which they run through here. And as you see, we are on wave 16, so you can expect to see a little bit of damage from some of these builds. Yeah, and the pit, the modification, the modification on pit that I needed to show is the tire drops. The lava. Did I say pit again? Yeah, see? regardless, let's moving on. Now that I'm in the valley of the shadows of this new build that we're doing. Oh yeah, this is there's just a couple modifications compared to what we have. What I've shown previously is the tire drops at the end, which add a little more damage. Yeah, because of the CC counter is why we don't want to place them close to the amp. And my buddy just told me, yeah, what's that meant? Not close to the spawn. Yeah, for the CC counter, you want them close to the amp because it. Yeah, because in the later waves, regardless, some of your old original zappers down there is going to mess with the assassin husk sometimes that completely drain it. But yeah, anyway, moving on to our next amplifier. This is also beach, is what it's called, because sometimes I forget which amplifiers. Yeah, and this is also some of the modifications that might look different than my base is the slinger shield, which is somewhat necessary for the annoying slingers on this amp. And
another wave coming soon.
If you built your
Prepare
slinger
for an
wall
attack
like
from the
this,
east.
then the slingers would track where they need to go, apparently. Unlike mine, which yeah. But yeah, basically mine's a completely stall. This is a little more damage on this tunnel. We try to, yeah, a little. See, on mine, we push them down here on the cliff 100% of the time. On his, he may push them down here, but it's eventually to kill them, because over here at the recycle center is what we'll call it. He's got a recycle center of death, and that's what the gas traps here are for. If you wanted to certainly kill everything, that would be one way to go about it. And conveniently, the 17th wave just happens to be over here, right in front of our eyes, which could be bad because there's smashers all over the place. So we'll move on to the next amplifier. He ran around it so they could see it. Alright guys, this is ramp amp. Apparently that my buddy reminded me that I almost forgot to highlight. And this is going to be the last amp that we cover in our amazing modifications compared to our original build on our base. And feel free to comment in the comment section down below, thanking HC for letting us show off his build today.